Welcome back, friends, to another episode. Today we've got the Air Jordan 1 Black Toe Reimagined. This is an interesting pair because a lot of people just do not like this shoe, so it's not really selling. Very, very easy to buy at retail, which is my forte here, buying everything at retail. We'll get into that a little bit later in the video, but first things first, I want to give a shout out to Canada Sneakers Discord. They are a very great community that helps everyone get shoes at retail. We don't like resale there. Because of them, I've been able to cop a lot of shoes at retail. They've announced drops in the channels, and it's a really, really awesome community. So if you have time, make sure you go check them out. Well, let's get started here. Prior to the release of the Jordan 1, Michael Jordan originally wore airships in his rookie year, then eventually Jordan 1 prototypes. One of these, even before the Chicago colorway, was the Black Toe. What made these really unique is the wingless logo that you can see here, with just a simple Air Jordan text as a logo. This pair you see on screen is a game-worn pair of the prototype that Michael Jordan gave to a friend of his with his signature signed on there. Very rare pair and very, very expensive, and that's what the Black Toe Reimagined is based off of. Really cool pair here. Good Michael Jordan history. And of course, here's a photo of the photo shoot of the original ones featuring the wingless logo in his first promotional photo shoot. Later on, a second prototype came out with the what we're now familiar with, the wing logo here. This pair also featured the black tongue, just like the original prototype. As far as I know, this is the last pair of black toes that featured the black tongue until, of course, now the reimagined version that just came out. And here's photos of the original 1985 retail release of the Black Toe. Not exactly sure why, but when the retail was released in 85, they changed it to a white tongue with a black and white tongue tag. My opinion, doesn't have the right contrast for this colorway. A little bit off. The black tongue looks so much better. Personal opinion of mine. So let's get started. First off, the box features the promotional photo that we saw earlier. It's covered all around the box with just a simple white bottom there. Looking at the colorway, the official colorway is white, black, varsity, red, and sail. Sail being the midsole there. Let's pop these guys open, and looking at, oh, look at this paper here. Just struggling to get this out here. There we go. Yeah, lots of promotional photos that's printed of Michael Jordan and just some great history of it. And let's pull these guys out. There we go, out of the box. That's our first quick look at the Black Toe Reimagined. There's the other one here. We'll set these down and put the box away here. All right, there they are. Black Toe Reimagined 2025. First thing we're going to look at is the midsole. It's aged in sail. I really like this detail here. I know a lot of people do not like these aged look and they prefer the original white, but it's a reimagined. The leather is a lot harder than your typical Air Jordan 1. So take that out, and just pull that out on the other side as well. Yeah, it's the leather is a lot harder than I'm used to here from compared to my other Jordan 1s. There's that black tongue that I was talking about, and of course the black and red Nike Air tongue tag. So this is the first pair since the original prototypes where it featured the black tongue. You can see here the 2013 version with the white tongue and the black and white tongue tag, and here is the 2016 version, same thing here. White tongue. Doesn't look as good. But that's my opinion, and you're free to disagree, and I think a lot of people are because these shoes are not selling. Looking at the padding here, this is, I do notice that there is a little bit thicker padding around the side here, around where the collar is. Makes it so it's a little more snug when you have it tied on. Yeah, I really like that texture on the black tongue there. Really wish they did the 85 cut of this. It would make this so much better. Just very, very much more like the OG. On the medial side here, you can see the my very best Michael Jordan signature. Most people need a UV light to see it, but under the right lighting and angle, you can see that very clear. It's you can feel the texture on there as well. Let's take a look at the inside. The insole, just your standard Nike Air insole. Nothing really special about that. Just looking at the leather, yeah, even the back leather is very, very tough compared to my other Jordan 1, so it's definitely a little bit more robust leather that they used on this pair. It comes with the red laces as well. I think I'm going to lace out with these red laces afterwards, just so that it's true to the OG Michael Jordan photo that's you see on the box. Going back to that harder leather, it's not like the Air Jordan 1 mids where the leather is more like cardboard. It's thin and cardboard hard leather. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm assuming that it's just slightly thicker than the regular Jordan 1. And it's a little bit tighter for me when I have the shoe on, especially because I have comically wide feet. That doesn't really help. I really do wish that they released this in the 85 cut though. With the shape is better, the big swoosh, and of course the tongue tag. The 85 tongue tag features it's kind of like a stitching pattern that they no longer do, and it just looks a lot more original if they did this as an 85 cut, but I'm not complaining. Again, I know a lot of people don't like that Air Jordan logo on the side and not the Wings logo, and but for me this is just really perfect. This is as close as you're going to get to that first PE original black toe that Michael Jordan wear in game and signed off to his friend. All right, let's compare it to a couple other pairs that I own. Just gonna go grab this here, and yeah, this is first of all with the Lost and Found Reimagined. Yeah, I'm just comparing the leather here, and yeah, that Lost and Found is definitely softer leather. I know a lot of people like that softer leather. I really like the harder leather. It's just you just have to break it in. It does eventually become soft. Comparing the padding here, and I did notice this with my Lost and Found as well, that the padding is just so slightly thicker here. I can just feel that padding, and it's just a little bit more of a snug fit, and I think a lot of people have talked about a snug fit. So here's the UNC toes that I bought, and let me see, I can just push down on that leather. Look how soft this is. This is just so soft, and yeah, you can see when I'm pushing down on it, just very low movement of the white leather on the toe there. Just looking at the padding again and compare. Yeah, the padding here is definitely not as thick on the UNC toe. So the Jordan 1's just yeah, not as thick over there. And then of course I'm going to compare this to the Black Toe Low that was released, I want to say a year or two ago, featuring the black tongue. I had to have this one just because of that black tongue and that Nike Air logo. Tongue tag there looks exactly the same on both of them. I remember when that the Low came out, it was one of my must-haves because it was the first time seeing it with that. And look at that leather. That leather's super soft on there, and you can see how little that moves. And I'm going to push down this. Look how much that leather moves over there. Now it's not from breaking in either, so it just moves quite a bit, and this one just doesn't move in. I think once it breaks in a little bit, it'll be a little softer. But I think it's just higher quality leather that they used on here, higher quality, thicker leather that they used on there. Before I lace them up, one of the gripes that I have is how short these laces that it comes with. This is a size 13, and it's just like, there's just no room. I just have to lace them all weird here and loose lace them. I tried tightening them up, and yeah, I couldn't really just get the laces long enough so I can actually tie them down. So I'm forced to loose lace in this weird way just so I can get these guys to actually go through to the top hole. There's just not much lace length. If I cross it over there, there's just nothing left for me to do anything with. So you're forced to just loose lace these, and sometimes I feel like I'm a little too old to loose lace them. But let's swap the laces out and see how these look with the red laces. All right, here they are. Actually, the lace length is not bad this time around, but it is kind of tight. I have a hard time getting my feet in there because it's so tight. Let's set them side by side. Like, look at these guys. That red is definitely way sharper. I like it. I think I'm gonna go with the red instead of the black. Let's see how they look on feet. I'll lace up the other ones and put them on feet for you guys. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate you guys checking this review out. And I'm just going to go and show some of the close-up photos that I have of the Jordan 1 Black Toe Reimagined. And as we kind of go through the photos, it's just a great looking shoe, isn't it? The back shape is beautiful. And of course the Air Jordan logo that everyone hates. So the good thing about everyone hating on the Air Jordan logo is that we can get these at retail. Like these are probably going to be on discount very soon, so it's going to be a really great pickup once it goes on sale and hit the outlets. There's a close-up of that Nike Air tongue tag. Very different than the 85 version. We really wish they did the 85 version. And finally, the signature. So that's a really good photo of the signature that you can see pretty clearly. So once again, thank you very much. We'll see you guys next time.